Hello and welcome to our first ever podcast episode.
Woo!
Woo! Welcome to the Book Diary podcast. What did we choose to call this?
D&T's Not So Secret Book Diary.
Yeah.
The Not So Secret Book Diary podcast.
The Not So Secret Book Diary podcast, where we are going to do a deep dive into a specific book, into a specific series, into a specific trilogy, and more thoughts than what we usually give you in our vlogs or our sit-down reviews on TikTok. And today, we are talking about all things Brynne Weaver and the Ruinous Love Trilogy.
Woo!
Woo! Cue intro music.
D&T's Not So Secret Diary, where we are spilling the tea.
Yeah. All right, so we have the Ruinous Love Trilogy. So we just want to give a quick warning to start off. This is going to be a huge spoiler. We are going to talk all things this series, all things these books, all the characters, the plot twists, everything that happens. So if you have not read the Ruinous Love Trilogy, please wait to read or listen to this podcast until you have done so. All right, let's dive on in. So, if you had to survive, we're going to start off with a fun intro question. If you had to survive a Brynne Weaver novel, Tricia, what would be your weapon of choice?
It would probably be a saber. Throwback to my days on the fencing team.
Yep.
Because it's the only weapon that I'm kind of trained in.
Oh, very true, very true.
Can't promise that I'd be good, but it would be my go-to because at least I'd know what to do with it. Like, it's what I got.
Yeah.
What about you?
A meat cleaver.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. I think I'm throwing it back to Butcher and Blackbird. And the meat cleaver-esque type vibe that book gives. So, and we'll get into that later, why it gives that vibe. Also, just realized those are the wrong way.
They're fine. Yours are also in that order.
I know. We need to start with number 1, and then number 2, and then number 3. All right, so giving a quick overview, the Ruinous Love Trilogy consists of 3 books, Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark, and Scythe and Sparrow. Butcher and Blackbird follow Sloane and Rowan, 2 serial killers who kill serial killers and have an August showdown where they hunt after one serial killer every single year and try and kill them. Slowly, they start to fall in love with each other, and kind of their walls that they have built over the years are torn down. And then we meet Rowan's brothers partway through. We meet Lachlan, who is the main male character of the second book, and Lark Montague, who is the main female character of the second book, who is Sloane's best friend. Those 2 are forced into a forced marriage to help protect Lachlan's life, as Lark's family thinks Lachlan is trying to kill them. Turns out he's not. It's another serial killer who ends up kidnapping Lark at the end of Leather and Lark. Yes, Leather and Lark. And throws her into a giant kiln, I believe.
Yeah, it's a kiln. It's a giant oven.
Oven type situation.
To bake cookies.
To bake things. And in that whole scenario, Finn and Rose come in to help Lachlan. Finn is the 3rd Kane brother, the youngest of the 3, who is a doctor who has run away from the city of Boston that they love due to a failed relationship. He meets Rose, a woman traveling with a circus, but is also secretly helping abused women. As she has a past with this, she has a woman who died because she could not save her. So this cast of characters, although the books are standalone, they all kind of interlock and interrelate. And in the end, love conquers all, but not with a few bumps and bruises along the way. So we are going to do a deep dive. We're going to get right into it. We are going to start off with our first question, which is going to take a look at character and relationship deep dive. Are you ready?
No.
All right. So, hold on. I'm looking at my notes. looking at my notes.
You're
All right.
along for the ride with me.
Yeah.
Danielle has prepped this one.
Yes, we're very, very excited. All right. So, the trilogy is described as a dark romantic comedy that involves serial killers, violence, suspense, yet also humor and romance. How successfully do you think Weaver balances the horror thriller elements with the romantic comedy?
I personally think it's pretty well done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's one scene in particular that absolutely grossed me out. It has to do in Butcher and Blackbird with the cannibal, where Rowan is very much flirting and like, hey, it's a real date. Like, this is great. And Sloane's like, don't eat that. Don't.
Yeah.
So like it's really good because you get the like really cute girly like ness, but from Rowan, which is a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Being like the cute like, oh, we can be together. And then you get Sloane going like, no, stop, murder. Oh, brain. Which
yeah,
I think that was really done. And that's just like one of the bigger examples that I can think of that like, can even mix them together in the same scene.
How was that scene reading it for the first time for you?
It was so gross. I saw the body parts coming and I'm like, oh my god, this is disgusting. And then the ice cream.
So Brynne Weaver starts all of her books with a trigger warning, and a lot of them have to do with food. So if you have a queasy stomach, probably not the best to read. And let's just say the cookies and cream ice cream, we're going to try and be as family friendly as we can here. Include some male fluid that a female does not have. We'll put it that way.
Yep.
I think that was the most family friendly version that we could say. All right. Yeah, I have to say, reading that scene for the first time, I think I came across these books after I watched a booktuber read the first one. And I had texted Tricia and said, like, I'm diving into this series. And then I got to that part and texted her, maybe I'm not going to continue. But I did. Which character? So throughout the books, we see a lot of development through these characters. Which character's story arc or development surprised you the most across the trilogy?
I don't know if I was necessarily surprised by any of them, just because like I'm a reader who really gets into the nitty gritty while I'm going through a book. But I'd say overall the best, in my opinion, character development or relationship development was Lachlan and Lark, because they like it's such a great showing of like two people who couldn't stand each other because they didn't understand each other to like finally realizing, oh, this is who you are, and that's what I like about you.
I agree. I think each character, Brynne Weaver really did a good job at. They all had their own secrets and their own past. Like we learn in the books, Rowan, Lachlan, and and Finn's dad was abusive, and they actually killed him. And we actually learn Rowan thought it was him, Lachlan thought it was him. It was actually Finn who kind of delivered that final blow. And you cut to these girls have experienced what I think is very typical in society, what females experience at the hands of males. We have Sloane and Lark experience sexual abuse at the hands of a teacher at their private school they both went to. And Rose was she ever abused, or she was just helping abused women? I cannot remember.
I think she was abused because she ran away from home at a young age.
I think so, yes. So you have, these very strong male characters who are seen as protectors, but they have their own hidden secrets. And then you have these women who are, in my opinion, very, very strong, independent women who are also learning how to be loved and to love. So I would agree. I think Lachlan and Lark, overall, I think they all have great development, but I think theirs was my favorite.
Their story was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. That was. Let us know which one was your favorite, which arc. Feel free to answer all of these questions over on our Instagram or our TikTok or our YouTube, anywhere where this video will be posted. All right. So each book follows one of the Kane brothers meeting a partner who is in some way unconventional and dangerous. We kind of talked about how do the protagonists evolve, but what internal conflicts did you find the most interesting to read about? Like, they all have their own internal conflicts. What did you find the most interesting to read?
Like as a couple or as an individual?
I say as an individual.
As an individual, I think that Finn's was the most interesting
Okay.
because Brynne Weaver did a really good job of having it like hinted throughout the book that he was the one that killed his father and that he has a dark past that he's shying away from. But like he's spent his entire life trying to hide that part of himself. He became a doctor. He's all about saving people. He knits, like is trying to live the most peaceful small town life that he can. And it took him realizing that like Rose is perfect the way she is because she accepts her darkness for him to start being able to accept the darkness in himself. So it was like a huge character arc where Finn realizes that, yes, he was running away from a failed relationship, but more than anything, he was running away from himself. And he's been trying to portray himself as this person that he thinks is palatable to other people. And you should never try to make yourself someone for the rest of the world. You should try to be true to yourself.
And I have to say, like, he was essentially painted as this like golden boy that his brothers didn't even know he had this dark side. Like, that's revealed in the third book. And basically his brothers, especially Lachlan, entered into a business, a contract. I forget his name, that guy.
Oh, I don't know. I call him Skeeves McGee in my brain.
Yeah. Skeeves McGee. We'll go with Skeeves McGee. I love Skeeves McGee. I love it. Skeeves McGee, who basically Lachlan's a contract killer. And that's kind of like a nitty-gritty, dirty side to him that he doesn't like that he has to do that. But that's basically this guy took care of him and his brothers because they were so young when their dad died. I think they were all in their teens, from what I remember. And Rowan obviously has anger issues as well from being abused. And he's a chef. But they felt like they kind of had to support Finn and let Finn go to medical school and help pay for that and everything. And then find out like he does have a dark side. And I mean, if you ever wondered what the Grey's Anatomy doctors would be like if they killed people, check out book 3, Scythe and Sparrow. So the Kane brothers all embody different flavors of morally gray. Which one felt the most believable or human to you?
That's a good question. I would say Rowan is the most down to earth. They're all super believable, like as far as serial killers can be, but I think Rowan is the most down to earth. I
think that or either Finn. Like, I kind of feel like maybe it's just because of his job, but I guess Rowan too, his job as well. But I think for me, Finn, because I think we all have that sense of the people who wrong the ones we love. Like, if we could go to drastic measures.
Oh, yeah, I'll cut someone for you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I would cut someone for you, too.
Thank you.
Please don't use that in a court of law. But, yeah, I definitely, I would say Finn. But very interesting note there. Okay, and our last question for this segment of kind of talking about characters and their development, there is a found family element. And what's interesting is this found family in amongst all of the violence that happens in these books. So how do you think that Brynne Weaver did with the contrast between these relationships, that sense of found family, in amongst the violent things that they had to do to build that family?
I think it was so well done, personally. People who know me, yes, I love my family, but you'll also know that I'm super hyper protective of my friends. And if you're one of my close friends, I will go to the ends of the earth for you. I will keep your secrets for you. I will be there to defend you against the world. I'll tell you you're effing up when you're making mistakes. Like, I truly do love my found family. And I found
we love you too.
I found that, like, in these books, to me, the most powerful version of this is when when Lark was trying to, like, get away with murder, like literal murder.
Yeah.
And she's trying to tell Sloane that she's okay and everything. And Sloane's like, hey, you know that you can talk to me, right? Like, I know about XYZ and what. And Lark is like, wait, you know about this? And Sloane's like, yeah, I was just waiting for you to feel comfortable to talk to me about it. You know I'm not going to judge you.
That was a really powerful moment, I would have to say.
Yeah. So I think it was done well.
I think, too, like, the family you're born into is the family that got chosen for you. Your found family is the family you choose. And I think sometimes people are closer to friends than they are to family. I was very fortunate to be born into an amazing family, a family that has taken in my friends and loves them as well. But I have to say, like, the friends that I have chosen to surround myself with, it really does become your support system. And I think that's what's so great about these books is they are very relatable in that sense.
Yeah.
We are going to... Oh, sorry.
Before you move on.
No, go for it.
My favorite misused quote is blood is thicker than water. Because it's actually the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And while this is not a religious series, it, like, very much proves that, like, the people you choose to be in your life are going to be more important than those that are related to you by blood. Yeah. Because these are the people that you choose to keep in your life. They're not the people that, like, have to be in your life. Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of religion touched on with Abe.
A little bit, yeah.
We'll get to Abe later.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we're going to finish off this segment with a hot take. Rowan and Sloane are too perfect. Agree or disagree?
I disagree. I mean, personally, I don't like spiders, so the spiderweb aspect is gross. I think eyeballs are gross. Yeah. I think that, like, being willing to just blindly trust someone that you're trying to kill and eat the food that's in front of you without, like, second guessing that there's something in it is a little too much. So I don't think they're perfect.
I don't think they are either. And I think this book actually talks about how people aren't perfect. Like, the people you see are not who they truly are. In any character in these books, nobody is who you see, or who they are is what you... Nobody. They're all lies. So, segment 3, we are going to take a look more into the themes of the book, the tone of the book, that sort of thing. We're going to essentially peel back the layers of what the books are really saying.
Like an onion.
Yeah, like an onion. Ogres have layers. So the characters in the trilogy kill people, in many cases, other killers, and they live in this shadow world of violence. But they also fall in love, seek connection, and try to heal. So how do you think the trilogy redefines the idea of redemption, or this idea of monsters?
I think this series deals with monsters in the view that, like, they're harming society, not necessarily killing. Because if you're killing a killer, then it's fine. But if you're, like, killing and eating people, that's gross.
Yeah. It's like, where does that morally gray line end? And the idea of they're just as bad as these serial killers begins. And I think Brynne Weaver does a really good job at making you think, like, are they actually good people, and are all these killings justified, or should they be held accountable? Like, Sloane, for example, leaves maps for the FBI to figure out who the victims are and who the killer was. She leaves it with skin and eyeballs.
Yep. Yep.
But still, she's trying to be helpful. And Lark makes craft projects.
Beautiful table. Just don't look under that star.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. And I think Brynne Weaver does. And the whole time, I think that adds the comedic element of, you're like, is this person actually good? Like, what? Like, should I be liking Lark? Should I be liking all the crafts?
Yeah.
I kind of like all the glitter.
And I like that Rose can't keep her stomach when she's being violent. She's like, I gotta do this.
Yeah, I feel like she's all of us. Like, if you actually had to be in their position, would you be able to do it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's gross.
I mean, I'll cut someone for you and I'll threaten them.
I'll beat them up. I don't know if I could like pluck out their eyeballs for you.
Just
yeah, I don't think I could do that for you. I love you, babe, but
I love you, but ooh.
So in that, what role do you think humor plays in making that darkness palatable?
Oh, it's a huge role.
It is.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for the humor, it would be such a gross series. I mean, it's a gross series.
It is.
But it would be like unpalatable grossness.
And I think it would because now you can be like, oh, it's like funny, haha. Like if you had to kill somebody, ha ha ha. But if you took that away, it's like, oh wait, like, are we actually killing people?
Yeah.
Like, and I think you would be like, oh my gosh, I could see myself doing that. Like, am I okay? Like, am I a serial killer? I don't really know what I was saying. So, Tricia, thought?
I forget. For context, because I'll leave this part in. For context, there keeps being ads behind us that we pause for, and there was a really strange ad, and it just threw our minds.
If you're not watching this on the video version, that's why some of this audio is getting kind of choppy. But that's okay. It'll be all right. Anyway, which scene made you laugh when it really shouldn't have?
Oh, the Rose's like intro scene, not like in her booth, but like the first time she's going to like kill someone.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not enough to give the woman poison. I have to do it myself.
Yeah.
And she's like, I gotta do this. Kong. Oh no, I've got to do this. Kong. And she falls and she just smells like alcohol and like fruit and pineapple and coconut. And I'm like, oh my God.
I think when Lachlan discovers the guy in the table.
Oh, that was funny.
That was funny. And Lark's like, just go. Please, like, Lachlan, just get out of here. I'm like having a moment. Like, go. And he's like
my stomach really hurts. Yeah, I don't want you to smell it.
And he's like, is that an eyeball? Is there literally an eye staring at me right now? So, like, imagine you came over to my house and then all of a sudden you just saw an eye sticking out of my table.
I'd be like, Sloan?
Are you good? Yeah. Or at the start of Leather and Lark, where the guy just has fireworks strapped to his manhood. I mean, not that I should have laughed.
How did you not die?
I don't know. Like, how do you not die from that? Can a doctor explain that to us, please? How do you not die?
How do you not die?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is love a cure, a coping mechanism, or another kind of addiction for these characters? Ooh.
If I have to pick one, I'd say a coping mechanism. I don't think it's a cure because honestly, they're all still killing.
They're all still, even like, at the end of the book.
Yeah, it's not that like they have to be cured. Like, oh my God, killing is wrong. Yes, killing is wrong. But in this world, it's more like, no, we're doing this, but we need to do it a safe way.
Yeah. I definitely don't think it's another addiction.
No.
I wouldn't say they have an addiction to killing either. I think they all have their reasons for killing that stem from their traumatic histories. Like, I think maybe that's where they're getting at with the word addiction, is like they're addicted to killing these people. I don't think so. Like, we know, especially Rose's reasonings for the people that she ends up killing. And we know Sloan and Lark stem from those who are pedophiles and sexual abusers. So, yeah, I definitely don't think it's a cure because it's not curing anything. Like, even at the end of the trilogy, all 6 of them are going after a serial killer. So it's what I would say, yeah, definitely a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
But I think it does help them to not find a cure for their past traumas, but definitely deal with them.
Acceptance. It's not a cure, it's acceptance. Finding people who accept the dark part of you.
And accepting your own dark parts.
Yeah.
Like, I think we see that especially with Lark. And accepting that this is what happened to her and that she can trust people.
For the girls, yes. I think overall Finn shows the acceptance the most.
For the boys, yes. Okay. So we're going to stop talking about emotional damage. And we're going to move on. Emotional damage. And we're going to lighten some things up with some chaos.
Woo!
Woohoo! All right. So Weaver uses some familiar romantic tropes: friends to lovers, enemies, hate to love, forced proximity, marriage of convenience, all that. So, for example, obviously we have Lachlan and Lark. They enter a deal that requires marriage. So how do you think these tropes added to the story? And which trope felt the strongest or weakest in your reading of all three couples?
Strongest is definitely enemies to lovers with Lark and Lachlan. I mean, very much so. Their first meeting, because they don't know each other, they don't know their traumas and everything. It's super impactful and like dark, and they hate each other. Like it ruined the other person for both of them. So they started like despising each other. Yeah. And even with that, Lark is a good person, so she's not willing to let him get killed for no reason. Yeah. Especially when it's her best friend's brother-in-law. So like she's like, yeah, I'll marry you. We're still gonna hate each other, but like I'm gonna keep you alive. Yeah. And then it like slowly came to an actual love, to the point where Lark, who said she would never change her last name, ends up changing her last name to Kane, to like show that like true commitment and love and like dedication. Yeah, I like their relationship. Theirs was my favorite, Lachlan and Lark. It felt so sweet, and it like the sense of protector and but then realizing that she didn't really need a protector. She doesn't, which was interesting. Like Lachlan feels like a bumbling, stumbling big teddy bear who really has no idea what he's doing. My favorite part of all the books, I'm putting this in randomly, was when Sloane was texting Lachlan, or Lachlan was like, hey, what's the deal on Lark? And she's like, why don't you ask her? She's your wife in whatever weird situation this is. and then Rowan texts him as well and goes, or no, she says, hey, why are you being such a dickhead or something? And Rowan goes, hey, dickhead, my wife wants to know why you're being such a dickhead. And then he says, run and cover your eyeballs now. That's my favorite part. Cute. I love that part when they're like those text messages. They're so cute. I love it. Okay, so we are going to kind of lighten things up. We're going to lighten the mood up. This is called our fun and flirty segment. And I'm going to say, would you survive the Kane brothers? That's what the segment is called. Okay. So I got some would you rather questions. Are you ready? Would you rather go on a road trip with Rowan Kane or be trapped in a safe house with Lachlan Kane for a week? Lachlan. Nice. Lachlan. Nothing against Rowan. Lachlan. Lachlan was my favorite. Lachlan honestly feels like just this guy that comes off as that cool, suave, like Fonzie type of guy, but at the end is just a bumbling, stumbling idiot who knows nothing about women. I mean, my boyfriend comes across. Oh my god! Okay, I was gonna say it's giving very like. I would say like comparing Josh, my boyfriend. I would say comes off as a Finn, like definitely a Finn. And Brandon is definitely a Lachlan. Yeah, like you meet him and he comes across as like a macho gym rat bro. Yeah, but you talk to him for like 10 minutes and he's a giant teddy bear. Yeah, he like is a super big nerd. Yeah, is like complete golden retriever energy. Yeah, whereas like I feel like Josh is like so shy and like introverted that like you can get nothing out of him. But I feel like if Josh had to deal with Barbara, it'd be the same reaction. Barbara. We love Barbara. Shout out to you, Barbara. We love you. All right. Would you rather have Sloane Murphy as your best friend or Lark Montague as a secret partner in crime? Oh,
that's a toughie.
that's hard.
I think I'd rather have Lark Montague as a partner in crime.
I think Sloane is a best friend because she's there for whatever.
That's
she'll
true.
be like, whatever support you need. She'll like not tell you she knows things until you're comfortable talking about them, and she will completely support you.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That was hard.
I think yeah. Okay. Would you rather get a love letter from Finn Kane or an apology letter from any of the Kane brothers after they accidentally traumatized you?
Apology.
That'd
be so funny.
That would be, because that's the other thing is these Kane brothers were obviously raised by an abusive dad. I think their mom died. Like, we don't know where she went. Yeah. And so they know absolutely nothing about women, but they come off as like such these suave bros who have all this experience. They know nothing. They're so innocent. All right. Would you rather clean up after one of their messes or join in?
I'd join in.
I would join in. I would join in. I think it would be really, really, really fun. Okay, we're going to go on to some killer couple energy. Which ruinous love couple do you think would last longest in the real world? And which one would implode first?
Ooh. I think Rose and Finn would implode first.
I think so.
But I think Lark and Lachlan would survive.
I think so. I agree completely. I think Sloane and Rowan have a good chance, but I think Lachlan and Lark would survive the most because, I don't know, I just feel like they both kind of have like one foot in the real world already. So I think they would.
Yeah, like Lachlan and Lark, they've already fought through each other, like to prove that this is a relationship they want to be in. Whereas like, well, Sloane and Rowan did fight for each other a little bit. Yeah. Like they both also ran away. Like Sloane very obviously was running away from the thoughts of a relationship. Yeah. And Rowan like tiptoed around it the entire time. So
yeah. Who has the most chaotic love language? Rowan, Lachlan, or Finn? I think Rowan.
I think Rowan
is pure chaotic.
If Lark was in there, I would say Lark has the most chaotic love language. But
no, I think
Rowan.
Out
of the brothers, Rowan.
I think Rowan. Which couple's dynamic would make the best reality show, and what would it be called?
Lark and Lachlan.
Lark and Lachlan. I think it would be called A House of Chaos.
I think it would be Crafty Chaos.
Crafty Chaos!
Crafty Chaos.
Come on, TLC. Let's make it happen. Clock it. All right. Plot and theme shenanigans. These are kind of like more lighthearted questions. If the trilogy had a spin-off called Therapy for Killers in Love, who'd be the therapist and who'd be the worst patient?
Lark would be the therapist.
Rowan would be the worst.
I think Lachlan would be the worst.
Really?
Yeah, you think he's going to take Lark seriously in her?
Oh, yeah, she's a therapist. Yeah, no. Yeah, but I feel like Rowan would be awful. Rowan would just be so funny.
Yeah.
Like, he'd just be like on the couch being like, I'm green, I'm a dragon. Can we talk? Like,
oh my God,
the green dragon?
Oh my God.
You have to, so, after book 3 came out, Brynne Weaver did release Love and Other Killers, which Tricia has not read yet. You need to read it.
The fact that it goes from a onesie to like a full cosplay with makeup and everything is just so funny.
And let's just say Love and Other Killers tells us that costume makeup did not come off easily. I want to know, is his little manhood green?
Absolutely.
He probably painted it. Because
Rowan, yes.
he's that stupid. All right. What's the most romantic moment in the entire trilogy, and what's the most disturbing one that somehow still worked?
Can I say a joke answer to put both of them together?
Yeah.
After Rowan wakes up from being drugged at the cannibal's house, when Sloane helps him puke it all up.
Oh, didn't we all just at that moment?
She didn't let him drown in his own puke.
All right, what's your actual answer?
I think the most romantic scene is truly when Rose and Finn have gone to save Lark from the giant oven.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose is like, well, I guess this is how I end. Like, I'm gonna die now.
Yeah.
And Finn just like breaks down and like realizes,
Yeah.
oh my God, I love this person. I can't have her die on me.
Yeah.
I think that was just like so romantic.
Yeah, I have to say, yeah. And then when he was like, Lachlan, don't let anything happen to her, I think was just like so cute. The most disturbing one that somehow still worked.
I think when Lachlan finds all of Lark's mementos from her murder, like the maraca.
Oh, when he gives her, what memento does he give her? The snow globe. The snow globe. What's in the snow globe? The finger? A finger?
I thought it was the teeth from the maraca that died, that he killed.
No, he puts a few things in it or something. Yeah. I thought that was the most disturbing, but still like
that is very
it was a very big character development for Lachlan, because Lachlan was like this lone wolf, had thought that Lark was just this girl that was this like rich girl that needs help everybody cleaning up her messes, and like realized her traumatic history.
Yeah.
The snow globe was very disturbing, but so cute.
So cute.
So cute. If you could survive one of Weaver's darkly funny dinner scenes, what would be on the menu, and who would you want sitting next to you?
It would have to be some kind of pasta, because she always messes with pasta.
Some sort of Italian food is always.
I was thinking like spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, and the meatballs would be made
eyeballs.
Like or brain.
Yeah.
Ew, the meatballs would be brain. The meatballs would be brain.
But she's already done brain, which is why I think it would be. I think it would be like
David.
Eyeballs.
Oh, David, right? It's David.
Yeah.
Oh, David. David is the guy who was working for
Rowan. Or for the cannibal.
For the cannibal guy.
Yeah. So
and then
the cannibal
the mandolin scene. When he's cutting Rowan's arm with the mandolin scene.
So nasty.
Oofla. Anyway, so who would you want sitting next to you at a family dinner?
I want to be between Sloane and Lark.
Yes. I would want to be between Lachlan and Lark.
That would be so fun.
I would just want to hear that banter of like, I feel like Lark would be like, Lachlan, it's the other fork. And he'd be like, well, my hands are too big for any of them, so I don't care. I just picture him as like this 6 foot tall man with huge hands. I don't know why. No, now I'm just picturing Brandon. I'm picturing you and Brandon.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're Lark. Like, because of the crafting, I think I'm Lark.
See, I disagree, because I come from a very crafty family. I do craft
That's actually true. Wait, so who am I?
I think you're more Sloane, because you're methodical. And like, if you were going to plan out how to tell the feds why this person's a bad guy, you would use a crafty method to do it, like the strings.
But if anybody would bring home a raccoon, it'd be me. It'd be me.
It would be me.
It would be me.
I think it would be both of us.
I think so.
Because like,
so are Josh and I Finn and Rose? Am I having this realization right here?
No, Finn and Rose are Ash. Ash is.
But I think Josh is Finn.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you are.
Maybe I am. Maybe we are Finn and Rose.
Because like, I'd say you're more Sloane than Rose.
Yeah, but I could see Josh being Rowan.
I can see that.
Like a bumbling around, like
and tiptoes around things.
Okay, we fixed it. We fixed it.
For context, for months now, Danielle has been saying that I'm Sloane, she's Lark,
Ashley
and Ash is Rose, and I completely disagreed with her.
And I kind of now agree and disagree with myself.
I'm just saying, like, the only one that I think we all agree on is that Ash is Rose.
Yes.
So Ash disagrees. Ash thinks she's more Finn than Rose.
Yeah.
But I think she's more Rose than Finn.
Like, for context, we also are all in a relationship. So when I first read these books and then they read these books, we kind of were talking about like which couple is which couple in our friendship, because we're just as close as these guys are.
Yeah.
Like, none of the boys are related. Like, none of our boyfriends are brothers or anything. Although that'd be really cool.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be so funny if they were and we read these books. That'd be funny, but they are not. But we've done that a lot where we're like, Okay, who would we actually be? Like
everything that has 3
Yeah.
female character leads,
Yeah.
we do this.
We always do this. We're always like, okay, who are you?
Yeah.
And who am I? All right. So we got some bonus here before we kind of move on to our next segment. So I'm calling this the Kane brother draft. So if you had to build a killer team, like an assassin team, which brother would you want on your team?
Lachlan.
Oh yeah.
He's the hitman.
I think it's just Lachlan. The answer is Lachlan for everything. I think you're obsessed with Lachlan.
I'm obsessed with Brandon.
Lachlan's Brandon. Brandon's
I'm
Lachlan.
obsessed with the love of my life.
Yeah, but I agree. I think in order for Finn to succeed, it would have had to be somebody doing wrong towards whoever he loves.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rowan would be good and very like methodical, but I also feel like I'm just picturing like Rowan in the middle of the battlefield going, "Hi, Sloan! How's it going?
What are you doing here?"
Okay, wait. This is not on here, but because Tricia knows dogs so well, which dog would each brother be?
Okay. Finn would be, I think, a Bernese mountain dog.
Okay.
Because like he's big and powerful, but a total sweetheart.
Yep.
I think Lachlan, the go-to answer would obviously be Golden Retriever, but I'm going to say a Great Dane because he's big and bumbling, but always has like things in mind.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, so Rowan has 2 answers in my mind for dogs.
I want to see what's matching my answer.
It's going to be Chihuahua because he's small and like he's not small. He's a big guy, but like his willingness to step out of his comfort zone and to push people is kind of small, but he's also really yappy. Yeah. So it would be a Chihuahua in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I also think he has like that deep, powerful woof in him. So I think he'd be something, and I don't think this is going to be your answer, honestly. I think he would be a Great Pyrenees because they're also like really big dogs that are really sweet, but they're a livestock guardian dog.
Yeah.
So he'd definitely protect everyone around him.
Yeah. I was thinking for Rowan, I was thinking French Bulldog. Because I'll tell you why. Because when you look at them, they're just like, hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? And then it's like, oh my God, a stranger. Oh my God, a stranger's approaching. A stranger's approaching. Ah! And then I was thinking a Golden Retriever for Lachlan because it's like, look, oh, I don't know how to walk in a straight line. But it's like, oh my God, somebody's trying to attack my owner. I'm going to kill him. That sort of thing. And then Finn, I have no idea. So I agree with your answer. But yeah, I wanted to throw that in there because I was like, you know dogs so well.
Thank you.
Yeah, that I was like, and I could just picture them on like a battlefield like dogs. And I think Rowan would just be like, hey, Sloan, what you doing over there? And she'd be like, I'm trying to kill people, you idiot. Pick up your sword and fight. All right, red flag or green flag? Okay, so we're going to do qualities of the Kane brothers, and you tell me, is it a red flag or a green flag? And we'll do one for each brother. Okay, so Rowan listening to Sloan through the wall.
Red flag.
I know you had the best of intentions, but
red flag.
No.
Especially like, so here's the thing. If they were actually together at that point, I might be like a pink flag or a beige flag. Yeah. It's definitely not a green flag. But they weren't together.
Yeah. That's gross. Rowan calling for Sloan when she was in the dark and like was walking away.
Green flag.
Yeah.
Green flag.
I think that's where we started to see him start to love her.
And I think it's a huge green flag. I know this is about the brothers, but I think it's a huge green flag for Sloan, where she's like, for my own comfort, I should leave.
Yeah.
However, I know if I leave, this is ruining everything. So for him, I'll stay.
Yeah. Lachlan in the elevator scene with Lark.
I need more than that.
Like where he leaves her in the elevator as he's trying to help fix it, but he has to leave her.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think green because he's trying to help her.
Yeah.
And like him staying wouldn't have
helped her. That's what I think. I think it's a green flag. I think he's realizing like, oh crap, like something's wrong. Like,
yeah.
Like she needs me to leave right now.
Yeah, she needs comfort, but the best comfort I can give her is fixing the situation.
Yeah. What was the other one I was thinking for Lachlan? Oh shoot, I lost it. Oh, okay, wait, we'll come back to Lachlan. Finn telling Rose she shouldn't be at the fight scene.
Green flag.
Yeah.
I think that's a green flag.
I think he was trying to protect her.
Absolutely. And he wasn't doing it in an overbearing way where like some of the other scenes in the entire trilogy for all the brothers are definitely overbearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Controversial one. Finn crocheting.
Green flag. Green flag.
People are like, that's weird. But I'm like, why?
Why is that weird?
Why? Like men aren't supposed to crochet? Like, hello. Break the patriarchy.
Yes.
That's rude. Yeah.
I can go fishing. Finn can crochet.
Yes. So Lachlan, when he first met Lark at the lake.
Red flag.
Like
piece of poo.
Lachlan putting Lark in the trunk.
Red flag. She freaking said, please, anything. Yeah. Don't put me here. And he's like, spoiled brat, get in there.
And that's what basically ignited all of the events of the book.
Yeah.
Like, why? Also, why would you put someone in a trunk that you just met?
Well, I mean, I do understand for his job. Like,
yeah.
It's.
But still, if she's like begging you not to.
Yeah. Like, I understand that for his job. It's something that he doesn't even think about. He's like, yep, this is the way it goes. Blah, blah, blah. But she was begging.
And we know now he wasn't in the greatest of mindset because he was at that Halloween party with Finn, who had just proposed to his girlfriend, and Finn's girlfriend had basically said, get out of here now.
Yeah.
So we understand the context from the third one.
However, still a red flag. Even with the context, still a red flag.
Still a red flag. So we're going to talk about the whole world as a whole and how it is set up. So each of these books are a standalone, but they can be read as a tandem, and I have actually read them as a tandem. We do have a video of that, me reading them as a tandem on our YouTube channel, so definitely go check them out. How do you like that? Like, how do you think them each being a standalone but then connecting to a cohesive trilogy? What are your opinions on that?
I love series like this, especially like I'm not a huge romance person. Like, yes, I do read a stupid amount of romance, but that's because I read a stupid amount of books in general.
Yes.
I prefer like romance series that are like this, where you can pick them up in any order. It doesn't matter. Like the main character is different all the time. You're not missing out by not reading them in order. When it's a series that's like purely romance based, that's the same main characters the entire time, and I've read like 200 books between them, I'm like, I don't even want to pick you up now.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it felt like 3 separate movies, and then reading them as a tandem felt like a television show. Like, they all every episode focuses, which Butcher and Blackbird is being made into a movie.
I know. You're so excited.
I'm so excited. Like, Brynne Weaver, I follow her on all the socials, has been posting about, like, the script and everything. I'm so excited. I love it. But I love it. Like, there's also another storyline, which is Autumn, who is trapped in Harvey Mead, the serial killer's basement with...
I want Autumn's story.
Tourist season.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but you and Ashley keep saying you want... And this is a huge spoiler if you haven't read Tourist season yet.
I have not. I'm
sorry.
It's okay. But like...
But I'm not telling you anything other than that.
It's literally on my TBR for November.
That's why I told you guys to buy it.
I mean, like...
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Wait, did I just spoil something for you? Well, I'm not saying... I didn't say she may just appear in that book.
Well, now I know it's her story. Because I said I want her story and you went Tourist season.
I'm sorry. I can't. I've been trying not... These two, since reading, have been like, I want Tourist season. Or I want Autumn's story. I want Autumn's story. Hey, Danielle, Autumn's story.
Hey, Danielle, Tricia hasn't been saying anything since reading these books because she refused until we sat down to talk about it.
Yeah.
So that was Ashley.
So it
was the first time.
Did you bring Tourist season with you?
No, because you have it.
You're going to be reading it tonight.
I was like, why would I bring it if Danielle has it?
Okay, because since we're doing a deep dive into this, so Tourist season is Brynne Weaver's latest release. And people online have been saying they want Autumn's story. Like, she was not going to write the book the way she did until, because this is at the end of tour season, until like people constantly had said to her, what about Autumn?
She literally makes it clear that Autumn's gonna have a story.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, that was awful, and I've got my own story. Maybe you'll tell it one day. And I'm like, okay, so now you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
So tour season will be our next podcast episode. It would like, I literally was reading this, and it is blatantly obvious at the start of the book, but it is not like outright said until somewhere in the middle of the book. I was reading this in bed beside Josh. Josh was sleeping. It was probably about 12:30, and Josh had work the next day, and I went, in the most silent way. I was like, if you're just listening to this, I'm literally shaking and silently cheering.
She's making faces. She's like,
but silently. It was extremely well done. But I'm excited for you to read it now. I'm sorry I spoiled that for you.
It's fine. Chances are I would have seen it coming from a mile away.
Honestly, so Trisha's really good at seeing twists and turns. I think the only one is Frida McFadden. Like sometimes you aren't able to clock it.
Sometimes. For sure.
This one you would have been able to. And I was kind of mad at myself. Well, I read the first 2 pages and I was like, oh, hi, Autumn, of this book. And I think a lot of people were like, no, they weren't able to tell. I think you would have been. I think you're going to be able to tell. Like you would have read the first 2 pages and been like, oh, so it's Autumn's story.
That's possible.
I'm sorry, that was a huge spoiler that had nothing to do with the Ruinous Love Trilogy.
But like even so behind us we have Caraval.
Yeah.
This one, before reading it, Ashley read it years ago. Danielle and I hadn't read it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashley's like, it's going to hint at something and then it's going to be a twist and you'd be like, oh no, I'm wrong. And then you might be right. And then it'll trick you again, blah, blah, blah. And I guessed almost everything in that book going into it.
I need you to read the second one of that.
Ooh.
Anyway, that is not the same. Caraval, another podcast episode coming to you soon. That'll be our next one, that series. Okay. So moving on. Which setting? So the circus that Rose works at, the farm that Harvey Mead's farm, Lachlan's workshop, Lark's apartment, or the Butcher and Blackbird restaurant, which one stuck out to you the most?
Personally, the Butcher and Blackbird restaurant, because of the ode to Sloane.
Her drawing.
The drawing, the wings, the fact that she had her own table, like that stuck out the most in my mind. Yeah,
I have to agree. I think the circus, like, it just sounds the way where they're describing it, just a typical carnival.
Yeah, it was barely there as well.
And it didn't seem like anything special. And I think that, also, I want to be a part of that crochet club.
That would be so much fun.
What were they called? Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know.
I cannot remember. But the fact that she wants to make a sex swing.
Yeah, I was going to say the swing. And then I was going to add the sex part, but yeah, the swing.
Sex swing. The sex swing. Is for the sex. And the fact that the old lady's like, oh yeah, I have a pattern for that. And then Finn's like,
yeah, use this yarn.
What do you mean you have a pattern?
What do you mean?
Okay. And I'm going to throw in a bonus question of my own here, just because based on world setting, we forgot to talk about 3 other characters that make an appearance. So we have Winston, Sloane's cat. We have Bentley, Lark's dog. And we have Barbara, the rabid raccoon from Finn's office that they adopt. Which would you want as a pet?
So like Barbara, but like also Bentley, because he's such a loyal pet. But like Barbara.
Yeah, and we can say there is no harming of the dogs.
Well,
there's harming.
No one dies.
No killing of the dogs.
There's no killing of the pets.
The Bentley scene, I cried.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I can
always
imagine.
Cry. So there can be 1,000 deaths of humans in a book, and I am dry-eyed. You get a tiny scratch on a dog, and I'm sobbing.
Like, rest assured, I can confirm that is true. I have seen Tricia cry.
Gallifin.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, I cried at Bentley. I was like, not the dog!
Mm-hmm.
But Barbara, just because the chaos is real in Love and Other Killers. So it's the story of when Scythe and Sparrow ends and they're all at that cottage. It's the story of the serial killer they go after. And so they're like staking out the serial killer's house. And Rose is like, Finn, watch Barbara. And Finn's like, are you kidding me? And if you know the accent when they say the F word, like how it sounds, like the Irish accent. So he's like, are you kidding me? And so Sloane's like off on her own. She's like going to a separate part. She's like, and all of a sudden I look around and I just see Barbara scratching at Finn and he's pulling at her leash. And he's like, come here, Barbara, heel, sit, Barbara, sit. So just the chaos of Barbara. I love it. I love the chaos of Barbara. All right, Tricia, wrapping it up. What lasting message or emotion did the trilogy leave you with?
People suck.
Truth.
People do bad things for good reasons all the time.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I think definitely the found family stuck with me. I think that's the biggest thing. Definitely the overcoming your past is really hard to do, but doable, achievable.
Accepting who you are, even when you think that it's not what people want you to be.
Yep. Doing bad things for the right reasons. Is it acceptable? That's the question it left me with. Doing bad things, but with good intentions, I think, is the question of the hour with this trilogy. But yeah, a lot to think about, I think. And it's interesting when series and books do that. Like, Tricia and I specifically enjoy a good fantasy read for the worlds that they bring you into. And all those is more like set in the real world. I think it does have a lasting impact of like, makes you kind of think. Makes you think a little bit.
Makes you go, huh.
I love books that do that. You go, huh. Like, the emoji, the thinking emoji. If Brynne Weaver wrote a spin-off, which character couple deserves the spotlight next?
Lark and Lachlan.
Yes. I would read that. I think they do. And Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver.
Yeah, I would have said the chicken tourist season.
Autumn.
Apparently. No. The chicken tourist season, because it's supposed to be
yeah, it's spin-off anyway. Sorry about it.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
My bad.
But I can't say that anymore.
Sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry about it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Anyway. Say,
go to hell.
I would say Lachlan and Lark. Barbara.
We
need Barbara's story.
Barbara in the circus.
Oh, that would be so cute. Or Barbara. The story of how she came to Dr. Finn Kane.
Yes. We need a short story collection of Barbara. Brynne Weaver, get on it.
Brynne, girl, in amongst, the upcoming movie. And
yeah, but it's short stories, so they can be released one at a time. And then when you have enough, put them into an anthology.
I was like, analogy? No. Anthropology? No.
Anatomy? No.
There should be 8 N-words in the dictionary. Jeez Louise. All right. Rate this trilogy on a scale of 1 to 10 emotional body bags.
The entire trilogy as a whole?
Yeah.
Well, emotional body bags, I'd probably go like a 7.5, 8 body bag.
Yeah.
Because the actual death toll continues to decrease throughout the series.
Yeah.
But the emotional baggage continues to increase.
Yeah, true. Creepiest villain that we saw. So you had David, you had Abe, who was Harvey's brother, and then we had what's his face, whose name I don't even bother remembering, the guy who would abuse his wife in the 3rd book.
I think the creepiest killer is Skeeves McGee.
Yes.
Which is not one of the ones you listed.
Yeah.
But that's because, like, yeah, he might not do all of the killing himself, but he's the, like, boss of like, Lachlan's crime thing.
True.
So he causes a lot of them. And he's, like, really skeevy, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that, like, you don't want to be on his bad side because he's so uncontrollable, like, unexpected. You never know what he's going to do next. But also that, and the guy who was in the wall.
Ew! Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Abe creeps me out, just the whole, like, Christian religious factor. And he killed Auntie. R.I.P. What was her name?
Guys, I don't do names.
There was so many different people. I'm impressed I remember David and Abe.
Yeah.
But
guys, I read this in July.
Yeah, actually I did too. I've read it twice now. I should remember. But he killed her aunt.
He did.
But I loved when she drugged Lachlan.
Yeah, Skeeves McGee.
Skeeves McGee with the muffin. And Lachlan was like, what is happening? And Lark's like, I was afraid that she might have put a little bit of drugs in the muffins. And he's like,
we were warned.
He's like, I almost ate one of those.
And she's like, I told you not to.
Yeah, like, I warned you.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, that's your fault. Abe was the creepiest for me. Or David, when he was just,
Because, like, he acquired a taste for human.
And then he was, like, eating Rowan's skin in front of Rowan. And Rowan was like,
and Tricia was like,
and Danielle was like,
oh.
And finally, to finish it off, Tricia, what would your ratings be for each of the books?
I believe I gave Butcher and Blackbird a 4.5.
Yep.
Leather and Lark a 5. And Scythe and Sparrow a 4.
I gave Butcher and Blackbird 4.75, Leather and Lark a 5, and Scythe and Sparrow a 4. I wasn't a fan of the third one.
It's a good book on its own, but in the trilogy, it kind of, like, diverted too much. And there's almost no killing.
That's the problem, is there was a severe lack of
body bags.
A severe lack of body bags. So you would say Leather and Lark, Butcher and Blackbird, Scythe and Sparrow.
Yes.
Yeah. I would highly recommend doing the tandem read. I've suggested it to Tricia the next time she feels like picking these up. The tandem read was a pretty solid way to read the books and to get kind of, I felt like, even more of the story. I would also recommend reading Love and Other Killers after you read that book, and Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver. All by Brynne Weaver. We love Brynne Weaver. We love it. All right. And do you have any quotes or your favorite part from the whole trilogy? Like, what would you say is your one favorite part that stuck out to you?
Lark sanding the table and the nose coming out.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
That stuck out the most in my mind.
Mine is the part where she's on stage and Lachlan is controlling her. Yeah.
I mean, like, how did he not realize as soon as he saw the remote what it was?
What he didn't realize. I was like, boo-boo. Come on, babe. It was a toy.
It was a toy?
It was a toy. But that was spicy.
And then he's like, it's not doing anything. Why isn't it working?
And then she's like...
And she's sweating on stage.
He's like, I don't get it.
I don't understand. What's supposed to be happening?
Have you ever seen... Oh, it's the movie with Katherine Heigl and not Gerard Butler, but I think it is Gerard Butler, and they're like two news anchors on TV. So he gives her panties with a built-in toy, and there's a little kid, and the remote accidentally gets thrown like across the room. They're at a restaurant, and the little kid picks it up, and the little kid's like, what is it supposed to control? I don't get it. And she's like sitting there like, and he's like, what is happening? Like, where did the remote go? And then he realizes, and he's like, oh my goodness. I forget what the movie is, but it is a really good movie. That's why I felt like Lachlan was like, I don't get it. Like,
Oh
where's
my
like the
God.
remote controlled car or something? Could you imagine?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Oh my.
Good Lord.
On that note, thank you so much for watching. We hope you. I'll just throw this down there. That's fine. Anyway, I loved the trilogy so much. I forced all of my friends to read it, and now we're going to force you to read it. Check out the Ruinous Love Trilogy by Brynne Weaver. It's a really good trilogy to get into, to read with your friends, to talk about. I love it so much. I think she is an amazing writer. And as always, thank you for watching. We hope you like this podcast. It is episode 1 of our podcast. Whatever the title may be of this podcast, we don't know yet. But stick around for the next one. And this is D and T signing off.
Bye.
Bye.